Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers. Welcome to the next installment of the Youth Academy Challenge Save with Whitby Town. We are in the 29-30 season, I believe. Our first season in Skyber League 2. As you can see, we're currently just above the relegation zone, 21st. I think there's like 5 or 6 games left. And yeah, we have an excellent youth intake. We've got a couple good strikers, but our strike is actually pretty good. They're keeping us afloat, really. It's our defense that is struggling heavily. Like, it's either we get demolished 6-0 or we can win by outscoring a position like 3-2. They have a bad day. And yeah, this is like probably the most we've been smashed. I mean, we did overperform last season. I'm going to try to stop saying I mean. But yeah, we're going to just go through the players real quickly. If they're stinkers, we'll skip over them. We won't waste our time. Our diamond in the rough, our best player from this golden generation, so-called Ifeanyi Okori. We'll have a look at him last. Oh my god, I even see 4.5 stars already. Ifeanyi Okori, I want to click him now, but we'll leave him till last. Yeah, okay. 3 top talents. Okay, let's go in order. Jamie Bates from the Bates Motel, another winger, low determination, again just a stereotypical bang average, diminutive winger, 5'3", so he's not one of them ones that I like. Big wingers this full manager iteration. Big wingers are the meta. Or maybe they always have been, I just never used them, but this year I've noticed my wingers, especially my fullbacks, getting demolished, my tall wingers doing exceptionally well. But yeah, Jamie Bates is unfortunately a bit of a disappointment. Ashley Miller, I wouldn't mind a good fullback, but he hasn't got great potential. 6 foot is a good start. 9 tackling's good. 6 marking's okay. 6 positioning okay. 16 years old, 1.5 stars. Good decisions. Mentally he's actually pretty okay. Pace is a bit slow. Apparently he can play centre back as well, and it's a shame that we have a poor centre back. I hope we have another one in the elite talents, because for the top ones he is a bit mid, and we need another one to be partnered alongside Ellis. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the ice cream man roaming the streets of London. Roy Collett, right midfielder, 10 pace, 11 acceleration. Mentally, decisions and concentrations poor. He's pretty consistent, injury prone. This season, oh my god, the amount of injuries we have this season is, I think it's because we're professionally trained every day and these players are not used to it, so the little brittle bones just get destroyed and their muscles just get pulled, and we had a lot of injuries. But it's kind of a blessing because a lot of players are getting like more game time and getting more rotation, which is nice. But yeah, Roy Collett is not great, so we'll just skip over him. Next we have Charlie Greenfield, the first of the elite talents. We'll go in order of the current ability and leave the best till last, which I am incredibly excited for. I can't hide it. Charlie Greenfield. Okay, how tall is he? 5'5" winger, that's a bit annoying. Pace 12 balance, 14 agility, 10 acceleration. Okay, that's okay, that's not bad. 13 leadership, 13 teamwork, 8 passing, 10. Okay, he's got potential. There's a foundation again, one of those ones where maybe a loan somewhere to build on his good physicals, and he might be something interesting. Shoots from distance, with long shots of, where's long shots? Long shots of 4. Yeah, that's never gonna happen for you, bud. Charlie Greenfield, sorry. We'll move on to Nigel Adeyemi. Maybe it's Alius Adeyemi's brother at the back. 6'4", great. That's amazing because we do need big men at the back. 5-star potential's great. 6'4", jumping range 15, determination 14. Passing is good, so we are using the ball playing defenders. So 10 passing is good. Tackling 7 is okay. Marking 7, positioning 7. 9 heading could be a bit of a danger, and okay mentals. He might be actually first teamer already. His pace and acceleration is a bit bad, but he's big, so it's good. That's good. Injury prone. He's balanced and fairly inconsistent. Is a bit annoying, but maybe the Adeyemi brothers at the back could lead us to glory. Maybe. We'll see if he actually develops. And then the third 1-star player, Regan Armour. Armour? Yeah, it'll be Armour. 6'1", unambitious, that's annoying. 14 agility is good. Balance 11's good. Good pace. We are using sweeper keepers, so pace is important. Reflexes of 12. Good handling of the balls. Decisions 12. Positioning 7. 1-on-1s of 4. That's a bit annoying. 15 years old. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't see many great keepers. So it's very... I don't know, I find it difficult to judge how good goalkeepers are. I know reflexes and like agility are important, and then 1-on-1s and positioning, I mean, would make sense. Yeah, so he's just there. He's a goalkeeper, isn't he? Taller than the last goalkeepers we got, so... Yeah, he was meant to be... They said it's going to be an A-rated goalkeeper, so I don't know. Would you say this is an A-rated goalkeeper? I'm not sure. Next, I think now it's the 1.5 stars. We have a couple. Lorcan Nugent. That's a cool name. Okay, let's hope he's a big centre-back. 1.5 stars. 5'7". He's definitely not centre-back then. A DM, maybe it's a kind of Volante professional. Plays 1-2s and dice and tackles with 5 tackling is going to be a pain in the anus. 9 first touch. He's decently well-rounded, like no glaring weaknesses except for his tackling and strength. And it just is, yeah, if it's physicality, it's pretty, like, he'll be push off the ball. No aerial presence. 15 years old, so he's got time to develop. He has got time to develop. Works decently hard, good personality. A lot of players are coming with injury proneness, which is a bit annoying because it has become a bit of an issue this season, so I hope it's not like any prominent throughout our youth intakes, as that'd be very, very upsetting. And most it will stunt players' growth, which is terrible. Like Elifreu, or whatever his name was, the Cyprian we got 3 stars. He broke his foot and he was out for 4 months, I think. We had some long-term injury, which is annoying. Luca Trineri, another Trineri brother. Midfielder. We have actually, Scott has become, and I'm going to show you in the season reviews, become an excellent midfielder for us. Maybe, like, I'm not going to be too quick to judge players, because Scott didn't look that great, and now he's a starting player. So maybe a loan for him, develop his physicals out there somewhere, although his English is going to be more difficult for a loan. Tackling's okay. He's 5'9", he curls the ball with 10 technique, that's not terrible. No injury proneness, which is good. Consistency's looking better. Luca Trineri is not jumping out at me as a star, but you know, we won't write him off too soon. Who's next? Nugent we've done. Trineri we've done, and now it's Jordan Roberts-Williams, another winger, which we have an abundance of, and instantly by his pace, he gets eliminated as a winger. Maybe a cam if we revert to using some attacking midfielders. Technique of 11, passing 8, 10 long shots. Yeah, he's a central attacking midfielder, AMC, but he's not a great one. He's got low determination. He's sick. He's pretty tall, so maybe one day. But with that pace and lack of physicality and exceptional stats, I don't see it. I don't see Jordan Robert-Williams, despite his great name, to become a star. Now, any 2-starred players, we are wrapping up. Raising the ante really quickly. Michael Clark. Right, he's the other 2-star rated player. Michael Clark. Fullback, 6'2", that's good. Jumping, reach of 14, acceleration 9, pace 7 is annoying. Maybe a centre-back, easily discouraged. Again, I don't know what that means. Injury prone. Again. Tackling of 12 is good. Positioning 8, marking 8, heading 10. See, this is instantly, like, I think, first team material. 15 years old is a long time to develop. His personalities scare me a little bit, and his injury proneness, but bravery 17. He's got no traits. His height is good. His strength is good. Pace is not terrible. He's like probably better than Brazil, or around the same level as Josh Brazil. So Michael Clark is probably going to be in the first team, or flirting with it near enough next season. So yeah, that's actually a good pick, or good pull from the youth academy. Gaetano Trainer. Gaetano, let's call him G. Defensive right back, 5'10". Defensive right back. I don't know how you can have. Well, okay, but I guess it makes sense. But I was trying to say right back. Tackling of 8. Pace is poor for a fullback. Balanced personality. Injury proneness is there. I think everyone's going to be injury prone. That's going to be the debuff until we reach like championship. Maybe in the championship we'll have actually like sturdy, good players. Crossing 13's good. If we can make him like quick, he could actually be quite usable. A good rotation option, definitely. Does he have a second nationality? He does. Italy, Lovero in Italy. I thought his name sounded a bit Italian. Gaetano Trainer? I don't know. If you're Italian, please let me know how to pronounce those names. Those names, or his name more specifically. Now for the 2.5-star players. We have 3 of those, so that's exciting. Ashley Green. Right back, 13, tackling's good, 5'10". Physicals are a bit meh. Positioning's good. Markings, yeah. His mentals are really good, actually. Like, very well rounded mentally. I must say, aggression 17's good. No injuries, so that's a start. Consistency is expected to be quite poor, but the more he plays, the better the more consistent he'll become. Ashley Green, definitely a rotation option for the first team next season. There and thereabouts. Not the smallest, which is good. I'm actually, yeah, Ashley Green, despite his quite feminine name, is he's definitely a footballer that might be playing for us in the near future. Ian Waters up next, central attacking midfielder. We don't actually utilize them. We are still using the 4-2-4. But maybe he can play striker. I don't know if he's got the physicals for a striker. 5'3" as well, unambitious. See, despite his good current ability and his consistency and lack of injury susceptibility, I just made up a word. He does not look like a player who'll be like getting into the first team, starting 11. Not at least now. Maybe after loan and a couple seasons in the youth academy, but definitely not off the bat. And that's Ian Waters, Ashley Green. Lorcan we have looked at. So Ronnie. We have Ronnie, and then he's the last 2.5 stars, and then we're going to the 2 top dogs, Kieran McGrath and Ifeanyi Okori. The 3 strikers right next to each other, the best players. We are great at producing attacking talent, but when it comes to defenders, we struggle heavily. And yeah, maybe we need to look at more defensive head of youth academy, head of youth development. I'm not sure. Anyways, Ronnie O'Keefe, another Irish striker. Driven personality is good. 5'10" is good. Pace 13, acceleration 8, 10 jumping reach, good teamwork and work rate. Decisions is okay, finishing is not exceptional. I think he might be more of a winger, I'll be honest. I think he's got I don't know, maybe he is a striker. No, he's got poor composure, bad concentration, average decisions. He's a weird one. He's got potential. Obviously, they all got potential. No injury problems. Consistency problems, though, are prevalent in Ronnie O'Keefe. Another Irishman. We love getting our Irish players. Yeah, I'm a bit stumped. Maybe he is a winger, maybe a striker. We'll see how he develops. I don't think he's going to be the one. He's going to have a whole season in the youth academy next season, I imagine, in the under 18s. He's 15 years old, so a lot of time to develop. Ronnie is definitely one to look out for and just like think about what we want to do with him, because he's got a very specific set of attributes. Next, Kieran McGrath, a target forward. Can we get another Leo Lloyd type player? We might actually have to sell a striker for some money and make some space, because we've got 2 exceptionally looking players. Kieran McGrath, I'm excited. 5'11". Physicals are looking good. I'm already excited. Easy discouraged. Again, I don't know what that means. I'm going to have to do some research, because none of you told me in the comments what that means. So I'm going to have a look. Decisions are good. Flair's good. Off the ball is, yeah. His finishing's, yeah. Heading's good. Okay, he is actually just like a target forward. He's 16 years old. If he gets a 6 foot, I think that'd be pretty nice. Likes to surround the goalkeeper. I wonder what attributes? I imagine pace maybe and dribbling. Probably a bit of flair would help with him being the goalkeeper. One determination is crazy. Okay, I guess that probably means easy discouraged. Determination 1. Okay, that makes sense. That's the link. That's the question answered already. But Kieran McGrath is definitely gonna be getting game time. I think broadly, unfortunately, probably has to get loaned out or sold. Maybe another striker has to go and make space for Kieran McGrath, because he is looking good, looking very, very good. And now for the star, if you and your career, like the hype around him, the 4.5 stars. Like, I don't want to ruin the illusion by clicking on him, seeing that he has an unambitious personality, or like he's got one finishing as a striker. But oh my god. Okay, just 3, 2, 1. Oh, actually, psych. Before we click on him, I'm gonna ask you to like, subscribe, and share the video, because one of you legends actually did share the video, which is very nice to see, and makes me feel warm feelings in my heart. But now, without more stalling, Ifeanyi Okori. Okay, a lot of numbers hitting me at the same. Okay, fight determined, good. No injuries, good. Consistency is annoying. That's okay. Okay. Apologies for the cut. I know it was terrible timing. As we were looking at Ifeanyi Okori, I mean, he looks good. Like, I know that's such a obvious thing to say, but if you actually look in depth into him, 13 of the ball, that's good. Composure 12, mentally very good. Decisions are a bit low, but we can definitely get that up. Concentration is above average, I'd say, for the players that we tend to get. Technique 15, passing 11's good, dribbling 11. Physically a bit underwhelming at 5'9", 62 kg. Comes deep to get the ball. He's like a deep line forward, I'd say, yeah. Or a cam. Again, we don't use that. We don't use those type of players. He's 15 years old, which has given me a lot of hope in his development. Born in 2014, which is crazy. Potential, I imagine he has to have like League One potential. Ifeanyi Okori. I think we will play him striker. We'll try to get his pace up and his finishing up. Focus on pace in the first season. I would say. Luckily, I'm just glad no injury problems on a player like Ifeanyi Okori is going to be absolutely crucial to his development. But yeah, that being said, I think that, that's the last player for the youth academy. Definitely a good one. Definitely a successful youth intake where we got, I think, one defender that was like good, 2 strikers that are going to help out. I mean, looking at our squad real quick, when we look at our strikers, we have AJ Allpress, who's been doing fantastically this season. 13 goals, 1 assist in 25 matches in League 2. As for a 16-year-old who just turned 17, is very good. So he's going to be in the Leo Lloyd. See, he's one I think that might be relegated to a squad player. We're paying 475. Maybe we get him on loan. His potential has decreased massively to only a 3.5 star. He's a decent Varo Nationals, North and South, which just shows you how much we have achieved. He is one of our best players. He is scoring this season still. He scored a couple of goals this season. But yeah, I don't know what should like. If you like Leo Lloyd, do we keep him as a backup? If we look at his happiness currently, he is promised to be a regular starter. I don't know if we can fulfill that promise, as we've got 2 mega strikers who have better potential and would be better in the long term. I think maybe try sell him in the summer. If no one comes in, I guess we loan him out. Although I do like having him on the bench. It's going to be annoying. I think broadly is definitely one of those players that will have to go on loan. His potential has dropped off as well. I think he used to be 5 stars. Did come in scoring 3 goals this season, which is nice from him. But yeah, we'll go more into depth for season review about that problem. But yeah, I'm going to leave the youth intake here, and I'm going to see you in the end of season review very shortly. And now for the season review portion of the video. For some reason, we did not get an email this season about the season review, where it shows you your like player of the season, best performers, record breakers, and like progression of the club and all that stuff. I have no idea why. Hopefully we'll get on next season. It's the 21st of June. The season takes over on the 24th or 25th in England. And then all the stats reset and all that stuff. So I don't want to sim over that. And usually you get it earlier than this. But yeah, if you know why we didn't get an email, let me know. But we'll just have to do the normal way, like the new structure to it. We'll just have to skip out the first portion of it. So if we look at past positions, we are 700 to 1 favourites to get relegated. So again, we have overachieved massively. Look, if we look at past positions, we finished in 21st, in the league. We were only in the relegation zone on the first day. When we lost 3-0 to Shrewsbury Town, a team that actually finished below us, had a pretty poor season themselves, and their manager got sacked pretty much near the end. Then we bounced back with a surprising 2-1 win against Stockport. And then at the beginning of the season, new tactic, you're a new team, the opposition really don't know how to handle you. And then, so you can pick up some nice unexpected wins and draws that will help you survive as a new team, especially like us that we got through the playoffs, 4th in the league. Our players are not like I don't think we even have a single Vanarama National League quality player. I think maybe Adiemi is, but like we are seriously overperforming in this league. People are saying this year the Football Manager is too easy. Maybe it is, because we probably should have finished there in 24th, getting absolutely smashed, but we managed to survive. But once we got found out in the league, it was probably around match day 28. So not directly in the middle, not half, well, maybe even halfway. We won 2-1, then we won 2-0 actually. We had a good spell of form around this game week, but then against Tranmere Rovers, game week 28, I'd say, we got found out, and then we just started losing and drawing. I don't think we had a win in the last portion of the season, and we finished 21st, like comfortably here. But I was actually highlighting Accrington and Morecambe in the beginning, as you saw, mainly due to the fact that I think the reason we survived is that these guys had one of the worst seasons in Football League 2 history. If you actually have a look at the table again, Accrington Stanley 35 points, Morecambe 26. Usually we could have even got relegated in a past season. If we have a look, 44 and then 45, there was like a point difference there. 39 and 46, 47, 48. Like, yeah, 2 years ago we'd have got relegated with 47 points. So we just got lucky that teams below us were really smelly, and hopefully that could happen again next year, because I don't know if we can survive back to back. But I think now, even if we get relegated, I think we've got enough good youngsters and actually like first teamers to probably win the Vara National, like if we were to go down, especially if we keep a professional status. But yeah, that's for the past stages. Now, for how did the Youth Academy perform in the 29-30 season? They actually finished 6th in the league, which is, I would say that's a pretty good finish. Especially as they had a small squad this year. A lot of players got promoted, a lot of them got released because they don't want to waste money on wages. As for some reason, our finances, I don't know if it was the board taking out money or if it's just being professional costs that much, but we actually struggled financially this season. I think we actually might be in about there. We'll have a look at that in a second. Both teams like Rotherham, who used to be a championship club. If we have a look, general, they are in League One, but they used to be a championship club, not Champions League One. But yeah, back in the other, we got an increase in our youth level to this division. Before we were in this division, we did win, our Youth Academy did win 4 leagues in a row, for those who don't know. So it was a big step up, and they finished 6th, and I wouldn't say that's too shabby. If you look at the performers, I'll show you the squad, and then we'll go real quick through the stats. If you want to have a look, we'll be here. Non-competitive is usually what's going on, and then you can also see the development if there's any. There's a couple just fresh players like Lork and Nugent who just came for the Youth Academy. I just woke up, so if I can't talk and my tongue gets twisted, forgive me. Kevin O'Connor was a favourite in the Youth Academy, playing 38 games total, which is crazy. Ronnie O'Keefe, some development, Junior Parr, some development again. Williams just came through. Kofi Sutton apparently regresses the football in the Youth Academy. Tiernan had a little bit of an improvement. Triana just came through. Trineri had a bit of an improvement, allegedly, and then now it's stabilized, which is okay. Yeah, we're not going to waste or spend a lot of time analyzing everyone in the Youth Academy, but you can, if you want, pause and look at the players in depth, look at their progress and whatnot, and the potential, how to develop in their stats. Gabriel Freire, though, 41 appearances, 1 off the bench, spineless. I'm scared to use him and promote to the first team because he's spineless. I don't know what that means. I don't know that makes him unusable. I guess we'll find out one day, as he's good enough to be a squad player, I would say. And yeah, then that's the Youth Academy. Like I said, if you had any players that you're interested in and you want to pause and analyze their stats and look for yourself in your own time, feel free to do so. Now for the transfers that have happened this season, or pretty much lack of, we had Jack Lloyd go on a free. He has okay potential, but he was 20 years old, and to me he looks pretty unusable and pretty poor as a player. We didn't need him, so I let him go, and he's actually getting paid in Wales, so good for Jack Lloyd. It's nice to see that players from a Youth Academy are actually getting game time and not retiring instantly. Justin Green, I thought he developed decently last season on loan. I thought maybe one more loan and he could be a good rotation option. He's 21 now, on loan at Earthquakes again, just keeps going back to that club. 72 appearances for them now, in his home, his nationality. Does he look okay as a centre-back physically? No, we probably have better options, so he's probably gonna get sold or released. I did give him, I thought he could have a good spell on loan with good development. Last season he developed really well, I think, on loan. He actually made a big jump in his ability and all that stuff, but not this season, unfortunately, for Justin Green. Next, Lars Marson Larson. What a name. Despite his name, he's quite a terrible baller. Had a good spell progression in his development and current ability. His stats still don't look great, I wouldn't say. I think we have better options on the wings, or up front now especially, so it's really hard. I don't know what to do with him. His contract is expiring. Do I just let him go, or do I try offer him a contract and try sell him for money? He's got a value of between 500 to 10k. It'd be nice to get like 5k for him, but will a club from the lower leagues of Norway pay for him? Probably not. So I think Lars Martin Larson is looking to get released, but yeah, it's a shame. Now for the actual players that get released, we'll go through them really quickly. Isaac Duncan got released, still has no club. I think he just grew a new beard as well, which is quite nice. He's probably one that will retire very soon with our club. Unfortunately, Joseph Moore still hanging on as a free agent, but no one's going to pick him up, let's be honest. Carl Baptiste, before he had a club, but no, he's what was meant to be. Yeah, I don't think it's going to fulfill his potential at any club, but he is wanted, so that's nice for him. Carl Baptiste. Connor Scullion has retired completely from football. Remy Butterfield has retired. Mustafa Kamara actually got a club. Wow, look at that. Works up. They are okay. They're actually a league below the Vara National League, I think, or maybe 2 below that. Apologies for the yawn. Colin Fitzpatrick also has a club, which is lovely to see. Ian Woolley, no club, and Liam Kelly. He was the biggest pain in the anus. Oh my god, this guy. Every single day he sent me 15,000 emails. He was unhappy the whole time. He was missing training, and I didn't like him. I didn't mind. You can go miss your training, just don't spam my inbox. with your stupid decisions and all that. And then, yeah, I was just like, fine, I'll just mutual termination, go if you're so upset. He was a rotation option. I think he looks okay. Decently well-rounded player. If he was fairly sporty, he didn't have a terrible personality. If he actually, you know, got stuck in, he would have been a rotation option at fullback this season. But he wanted to be an Obed, so he's gone, and no one's picked him up so far. He is an under-18 Irish international, though, so that's Liam Kelly, and those are all the transfers. And now for the actual main team players, appearances, and all the stats and progression. Again, if you have a favorite player, or you just want to pause and look at them individually, I'll probably stop on a few and talk about them, but mainly I'll be skipping through them, so feel free to pause again. Same as in the Youth Academy. So yeah, Morgan Bacon, Crispy Bacon, still our first choice goalkeeper, 31 years old now, again paid big money. Still, I'm scared to replace him, but maybe it is time to put in a new goalkeeper in there. But he's been our player of the season for the past 5 seasons. I feel like it might be maybe unfair to drop him, but I think maybe next year, 32 years old, we really need a backup goalkeeper. Maybe some more rotation in the squad with Morgan Bacon. But he did play pretty much every game of the season this season. We're going in order, apparently we're not going in order of appearances. Next, Amari Bolland. Yeah, stinky. Josh Brazil, I don't know, his progression has gone up, but then I don't know if it's a glitch in Full Manager, but like stats, they don't decrease, but they just randomly change. Like, Yatek Zaya had like 3 finishing, now he's at 2, but in the progression attributes section, it doesn't say that he's decreasing the stats. But anyways, I digress. Josh Brazil, actually one of the better players this season, very important at the back with a 6.83 rating, 124 points for the club. His jumping reach and kind of strong presence at the back and cool name is keeping him in the squad, and decent mentals, I suppose, are helping him. Poor tackling. He hasn't given away that many penalties, so I'm not gonna slate him, but he's been very solid for us this season. Kevin Broadley, I think I was saying in the Youth Academy section that he's one that might have to get released or loaned out. He didn't actually make that many appearances, 10 for us this season, but when he comes down, I feel like he does well. He tries really hard, and he's one of them ones. He has actually improved pretty nicely in some stats, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work out for Calvin at our club. Michael Clark, he just got moved up. Oh no, he is from the Youth Academy. Sorry, I thought he was someone else. Our new centre back, 2 appearances, 6.50 rating. Yeah, so there's that. Easy discouraged with his 1 determination. I don't know how I feel about our centre backs having such a poor personality, but he could even offer coverage at fullback and right back. So it's fullback and yeah, just both sides, is what I'm trying to say. Good value as well though. So if anyone wants him, I would sell him. I would. Next, Dale Cook, one of them ones just got moved up to not waste space in the youth under 18s, and he's gonna get released. Yuba Diarra, our French international, in the under 20s and the under 18s and all the youth levels. He actually played for France, just nice to see. This season, 1 goal, 8 assists is not amazing. I don't know if he maybe needs a loan. We're paying him £500 a week, which is, I didn't realise that, but I think that's because of the promotion clause that we got promoted, and he had a 50%. I didn't think we'll get promoted, so I gave him like, I think 50% promotion clause in the wage rise clause. But he's been a decent servant, someone to definitely get off on the bench, and he's an exciting player. France youth appearance maker, so you know he has to be somewhat good, and yeah, we'll definitely keep him for next season. We'll evaluate him at the end of next one to see where he could be used. Jordan Dunn, Stinker, Kriakos Elefeu, good, he's got good development. I think he's now converted to be Cypriot. He has been called up for the under 21 squad. Good development now, but I think he was out. Well, yeah, he had shin splints for, how long was he out for? 2 months. He was out for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 days, and he's a bit injury prone. And it stunted his development. Now, near the end of the season, well, it doesn't say he is, but he had some... Oh, that's because it's the wrong player. Kyriakos, yeah, he is a bit injury prone, as it says here. And that's a bit annoying. But he's actually developing now. That's the end of the season. He's got some game time. I like him. I think he might be a good rotation option. He's only 17 years old. A separate international. We'll keep him like a squad player, I think, when people get tired. George Eze, actually still improving, but he's reached his potential now. 3-star rated player, reached centre-back. Offers coverage at right-back and centre-back. Decent. I don't know... Is it time to maybe sell him or release him if he starts causing problems? Maybe. Keane Finnegan, a rotation option, but he's gone. Bill Garwood actually had a nice spell of development around here. Good rotation option. I forgot how many like promotion clauses I put into people's contracts. He's on £600 a week, which might actually explain financial situation. I need to remove that clause when I offer players contracts, because you never know in Full Manager when you get promoted and when you don't. But he's been a backup player this season. Although we're playing 2 CDMs, he's been just rotation and off the bench type of player. His potential has gone down, but he could still be a useful player. Justin Green, we went through. Emil Hanses has regressed in his development, mainly because he was upset, so his training ratings gone down, his decisions and everything's gone down, which is pretty annoying. We have better strikers. Maybe it is time to cash in on Emil Hanses. Although is that because he offers coverage as a midfielder, as a Segunda Volante DM as well, so hopefully he can improve again, as he's dropped down by a star, which is annoying. Colin Harris, I'm just gonna get released. John Hogan, a good he developed well, and he played a lot of games this season, and now he's just, I don't know, everyone's regressing near the end of the season for whatever reason. I don't know if they're just getting complacent with training near the end, but yeah, he developed well. Jose Hurtado, actually one of my favorite players in the team. 17 years old, he can cover the whole defense, which is amazing. He's developing well. 10 acceleration now. 10 pace and 10 strength is great. His tackling is high, his marking is improving, his resolute personality is coming through. Luckily no major injuries, has some injury proneness, which is scary, but I'm hopeful for Jose Hurtado, and I hope to keep him for a long time as a squad player, even first teamer if he keeps developing like he is now. Jacqueline Lasumba, one of the best players and developers this season yet again, although his crossing has dropped off massively. I swear it's like 13 or 12. I don't know why that has happened, as we have decent facilities and decent training. 27 appearances, 11 assists, 14 in total this season, so a very impressive season from Joaquin Lasumba. Nearly has full potential, so we'll see what we can do with him. Jermaine Tansey, he's also now only a 4.5-star player potential. Decent season, a bit more injured this season due to his... Actually, he's not even injury prone, so I don't know why he was getting injured, but he was out for a while, picking up a couple like bruises and suspensions. So he only played 25 games in total, maybe. Still scoring 12 goals is nice. He's more of a off-the-bench, pacey striker now. Although he can still score goals, and he's now my friend, so he's not actually upset, and he trains pretty well. But I don't know if we're going to see him develop more than he already is at now. His bravery is at 1 because of all his injuries. So I don't know if it was always low, but it's at 1 now. Martin Larson, we've been for Richard Lee. Nicky Lillis, starting centre-back. He had a really poor spell of performances that really hurt his development, I think. But now he's... Well, he managed to pull it back to 6.55, which I'm very impressed with. Still scored 5 goals from corners with 12 jump range. It did go down, which is annoying. But he's only 18, so hopefully his development continues going up, as he is our future centre-back. Leo Lloyd, now only a 3-star maybe potential player, but this might be as good as he gets, which makes me think maybe it's time to sell him, make space for the new strikers. I don't know. Still scored 14 goals and 1 assist. He is 6'7", and that helps a lot with headers. He has scored a lot of headers this season. It's been a nuisance for the opposition. I'm not sure. What do we do with Leo Lloyd? Please let me know. Luke Wilmot had 2 appearances this whole season, rotation option, but I think we've got better goalkeepers in the youth academy, so if you want Luke, I can rename the better goalkeeper, so you still have a goalkeeper named after you that will probably be starting in the future, as this one's a bit of a dud. I'm sorry, we got him early on and he looked good back then. Yak McCourt, 34 years old now. I'm just like, please retire. Your 1.1k in wages. I can't even release him on mutual termination because he won't cancel his contract, even if I wanted to, so we're just waiting for the either contract to expire, him to retire. He's 34 now. Still a good squad player-ish, I guess. He made a couple appearances here and there when needed. Kieran McGrath just came through. 2 appearances, no goals, no assists, but, you know, we'll see what he can become. Easy discourage is still a bit of a pain. Charlie Mitchell, still a backup, still a starter really, alongside him and Adeyemi on as fullbacks. He's been pretty okay. His assists have dropped off, but yeah, he's alright. David O'Brien, he's unfortunately going to get sold or released. No, one off the bench appearance, and he's just, yeah, better players, unfortunately. Ifeanyi Okori, just been promoted to the first team, has scored a goal in the first 4 appearances he made for the club. Some improvements, no injuries luckily for him. Excited to see what can be of him. 200k maybe he's valued at, which is crazy. Marcus Reed, yeah, it's just a player. Jock Render has been promoted because he's over 18, but will he get released? Maybe we'll have a look in depth later. Carlos Alberto Robles, one of the biggest disappointments I think in recent Whitby history. I thought he'd be great. I gave him a lot of game time last season. This season more of a rotation option. His progression was not it. He has regressed. I tried to get him out alone. I thought maybe a Mexican club would pick him up. Spoilers, they didn't, but he's not getting paid that much. But then his potential has dropped off massively. His physicals look terrible. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Carlos Robles. Maybe we just have to try sell him to some, I don't know. Daniel Scott. See, Daniel Scott, he's the guy, man. I don't even know where he came from or what happened, but after his loan at that club, he came back. His physicals look very well-rounded. His mentals look well-rounded, and he is actually better than Yak McCourt, who was like a starting player. I like his leadership. I like his off the ball. He is a pacey midfielder, so he's a good box-to-box because he can get there quickly, back and forth. His stamina's okay. His technicals, he can pass the ball. He marks the opposition well back in defense. I'm just defense. I don't know. I'm going American. I'm just upset with that his potential has dropped off, but that's mainly because of the new intakes who look way better. Like Okori has regressed people's potential, really like set the standard. But Daniel Scott is definitely a player for the future. Denai has been promoted to the first team, but he's going to get released. Cody Vos, he's also going to get released. There's been a rotation at right back, but we've got new players who can play better than him, develop better and play better, and are taller. He's had good potential. Only now Okori coming in has actually made him drop down, but he started as a 3-star, now 1.5. He's a stinker. It's a shame, 20 years old now, 44 appearances, 1 goal, but it just never clicked for Cody Vos, and he's probably one of the what-if players of the save. Next, Stevie White, 31 years old now, good pace still. Yeah, he's kind of off the bench if needs be in a cup game or just rotation and mentoring, as he's fairly professional. I think another one of them ones who probably will retire the club. He's not getting paid too much. And yeah, he's happy just to be here and get the odd appearance and help the youngsters in training. Wilfred Williams, another disappointment really. He's been mainly because his potential's dropped off, his development is not crazy. And we have new midfielders, DMs, who are better, so maybe it is time for Wilfred Williams to go. I think he's got 1 more season in him, and he's probably going to get released at the end of next season unless someone wants to make a bid for him. He did start off as a little Xavier Alonso in the Varro National. I think he was from the second youth intake he came in at, so the Varro National North. He was a little Xavier Alonso, but yeah, Tom Wilson, Jacek Zeja, still getting appearances for the Polish under-21s. No goals for them, unfortunately. Good development, good physicals. Is a nuisance. 6'4", 3 goals, 5 assists this season. More of a rotation option, but he's been pretty good. Ali Adeyemi, wingback who has regressed for some reason. I don't know why everyone's just had a season of regression. I don't know how to stop it. If you do know, please help me, because I don't know why he has dropped off so massively since April till now. But he's still usable. Strabas left back. Can we offer him a new contract? Oh, he actually will talk to me, so I'll probably do that off screen. AJ Allpress, what a player, man. 16 years old, came into the first team, developed nicely. His composure's up 12 now. We've improved a bit of his decision making by 2, I think. His pace has stayed the same, which is a bit annoying. But 32 appearances, 14 goals in the Skype League 2 as a 16-year-old who is not meant to be playing this level. We had to pay him big money to keep him here. He's got good value as well if we need to sell him on in the future, and he is going to be leading the line again alongside the other strikers at the club, Ofori and McGrath. And now it's the whole team. Back to Morgan Bacon. Now for like the miscellaneous parts of the video, any fun stuff that has happened, and pretty much the outro. So finances, I don't know why this season they have been, if we have to look at expenditure real quick, what has been the main like outgoings this season? See, I don't believe that. I really don't. This season, apparently we only... I don't... Why? Is this because the season's ticked over and we actually spent this much? I don't know. What is it counting for when and what? But... Is it the board taking out money and saving up money? Because I don't understand. So non-football costs, we are spending a lot on staff wages. That's fair enough. Advertising, okay. Tax, I don't think we paid a lot of tax this season. No, I don't know. I don't know why expended. Oh, here we go. Bonuses. Okay, yeah, we did well this season to survive, I suppose. Your setup is a lot, but if I feel like the club shouldn't be taking out that much money. I don't know. I mean, we're still okay financially. We're just gonna have to push for a cup run next season, and yeah, see if we can resurrect the finances, because we're actually very good financially for a long time. We didn't actually have many problems. We did get a new sports scientist, David Dixon, with 8 sports science. We'll look at the stuff real quick. Walter's actually our head physio, and he started off with 11 physiotherapy, so it's nice to see our staff improving as well alongside us. We have Sean Densmore, a good coach. He was good back then. He's got a good personality, so he's here for now. Halford, he's probably a bit of a stinky coach, so he might be one to be let go, or at least delegated to the under-18s. David Lloyd, he's a good defensive coach, 13 defending, 11 tactical, mental, and he's even a decent fitness coach, so I'm happy with his appointment this season. James Rusby still doing a wonderful job, head of youth development, so I think we have to just keep him until he produces stinkers. Our assistant manager, Andy Fulnell, we had him from the first season, but I think I might be looking to get a new one, because we want to train our best players as best as we can, but he's a bit smelly, so he's not maximizing our players' development. I have no like allegiance or affiliate, like I'm not attached to Andy Fornell. Like, he's here, but I don't know, he wasn't a player for our team, he wasn't anything special, so I'm ready to let him go if we find a better assistant manager in the summer. And I think, yeah, we have exceptional junior coach, which is nice, first class apparently, so that's gonna... Still terrible youth recruitment. I ask every year, can we improve it? But no. But yeah, this is going to be it for this season review and for this video. So if you made it this far, you clearly enjoyed some extent, so please do leave a like, please subscribe so you don't miss the next installment to see how the likes of Ifeanyi Okori develop and the rest of the boys, or who we might get in the next Youth Academy intake, and how long will it take us to get to the Premier League if we can do it before the end of this Football Manager cycle. Can we survive next season again? All will be discovered in the next episode, and I hope I see you there. Have a great day. Goodbye.